Bye. Hi, hey Dad. I'm gonna be asking you a couple questions about American migration.
Okay.
All right.
Where
were you born?
I was born in a northern suburb just outside of Toronto, Ontario, Canada.
All right. When did you move to America and why?
I moved here, it was in 1979, and my father and mother were born actually in Minnesota and moved there for work, and I was born there, and then they moved back here for work in the summer of 1979.
How old were you?
I was 18, just got out of high school, and was going to start college that following fall.
What major things did you have to learn when you arrived to America?
Well, one of the things I noticed initially was the difference going from the metric system to the British system, especially in the speed limit in being in metric where I grew up versus here in the British standard process. Certainly the money was different. It's all one color here. Up there, dollar bills were all different colors. A $1 bill was one color, a $5 was one color, a $20 was one color. So there was adjustment. Yes.
All right. Do you enjoy wait, no, that's a different person. Explain the immigration progress in Canada to get to America.
Process,
yes.
Well, certainly I was a teenager then, so I wasn't firsthand involved in the paperwork. My parents were, but as my folks were born in the U.S. and were U.S. citizens when they moved to Toronto, and me being born in Toronto, I was born as a Canadian citizen, but my parents arranged to have dual citizenship for me. So when I moved back, I think it was a fairly easy process, and just had to apply for a Social Security card and number and dual citizenship. So it was fairly easy process in that day.
Long drive?
Toronto to the Chicago area, it's about 10 or 11 hours, and there's a 1 hour time change.
All right. And one more question.
Okay.
What are some major differences between America and Canada?
Well, you know, the city of Toronto versus the city of Chicago, there is a lot of similarities actually. They're both located on Great Lakes, Lake Ontario versus Lake Michigan. So there's more similarities actually than differences, but some of the things certainly that I noticed down here, now, you know, I was underage, but of course I noticed that, you know, beer and wine, for example, out there is only sold in a government regulated store versus here you could buy it anywhere, including a gas station, and that was quite an eye-opening thing that I noticed at the time. And
helpful in college?
Pardon me?
Helpful in college?
A little bit, maybe.
Right.
Yeah. So very convenient. Yeah.
That's good. All right. I think we're done.
Okay. Good.
Thank you very much. Thanks, Dad.
No problem, young man.